Welcome, everyone, to a Big Ten Network off-season chat. I'm Andy Katz, pleased to be joined by Trayce Jackson Davis from Indiana, who decided to go back to Indiana, who I think will be a leading contender for Big Ten Player of the Year, first-team All-American, all the good things that potentially could come to TJD with this decisioning. Also, pretty good season for Indiana. Let's very quickly get rid of it. The main reason you returned to Indiana was...
I got COVID during my draft workouts and couldn't attend the NBA Combine. So I thought with that being said, it was just almost like a sign that I should go back to school. So that's why I decided to do that.
So that's true, because I was waiting to interview you and they said you were unavailable. You weren't even there. So obviously we heard that after the fact and we understand why. But look, this is a decision that you could have made even if had you worked out in Chicago for a lot of reasons. One of which is that you got a chance to do all these great things that I said you could do next year. So now that you've made this decision, how plausible is it that all these great things could happen next year?
It's very plausible. I mean, we have a great team coming back next year, a lot of new pieces, a lot of new faces, but we still have our core. So I think that at the end of the year during the Big Ten tournament and the first game of the NCAA tournament, I think that we played like our style of basketball finally. I think it all clicked. And then just adding those freshmen and then some of our other players getting better throughout the offseason is going to be huge for us.
Yeah, there's no question. You guys bought in defensively toward the end of the year. Look, we can parse traveling from Dayton to Portland. I was with you guys in Portland. St. Mary's probably not the greatest team to play without a lot of prep because of the way they can cut you up. So that was not a great matchup. And the NCAA tournament's a lot about matchups. But what was it about the way you guys bought in defensively that will now hopefully translate from the end of last season to next?
I just think the biggest thing was confidence. Just offensively and defensively. I think just when we were playing, we finally found our confidence in each other. And Coach Woodson instilled defense all of last year. And I think that we finally bought into what he was saying, and hopefully that carryover is quick so we can work on more of our offense for next year.
So you continue to get better from one year to the next. What could be that final sort of push in this summer into next season to take you to that next level?
I think the biggest thing for me is just keep rounding my game out. Obviously, I didn't take a lot of shots last year, but I think that's going to change a lot this year. I've been pushing the ball a lot when we play. So just trying to be an all-around player, I think, is the biggest thing for me. Obviously, trying to make my teammates better, but as long as I'm keep performing at my level, I think that our team can have a lot of success. So,
a lot of times when there's a coaching change, you leave, you transfer, you go to the NBA. What is it about your relationship with Mike Woodson that has drawn you back for another year?
Coach Woodson is he's a great dude overall, not even on the basketball court, but off the court as well. He's almost like a father figure to us whenever we need something, whenever something's like not going our way, he's always there for us. He has an open door policy. So he's one of my favorite coaches that I've ever been around. And I think I could say the same for the rest of the guys on the staff or our team.
All right, last two things for you, TJD. It's just beginning. I know summer workouts, but pull the curtain back a little. What have you seen so far from maybe a player that is, not a name that we would think of that could be a potential major contributor somewhere in that rotation?
Not a name that we could think of. I think a name that's going to have a breakout season this year is Tamar Bates. He is someone that kind of never found his rhythm last year. I think he's been just performing at a high level so far this summer. He's been shooting the ball really well, and he's been a leader. So we're going to need that from him, and I think he's going to be the player that's going to kind of stand out, and we're going to be like, oh, wow.
And lastly, what it's like now after a couple of years of playing at Indiana. There's incredible pressure, but with that comes great exposure. There's no question that the expectations will be high. How do you think you and this team will handle that in Bloomington and beyond in the state?
We just got to think of it as just another day. I think that we had pressure last year, especially going into the tournament. The Big Ten tournament, where if we lost, we weren't going to make the tournament. So we fought back. We won games, a lot of grit. And even when adversity strikes, we just got to be leaning on each other, our team. And I know the fans are there always. They're going to back us up regardless, even though sometimes I got some harsh words. It's all love at the end of the day. So,
well, those harsh words aren't going to come from me because I picked Indiana in my preseason poll to win it. and I got you as a first team All-American, which would mean the player of the year. So there you go. It's out there. I have no problem saying it. I think you guys can live up to it. You're going to have a great summer and into next season. Look forward to a lot of these conversations. Appreciate it, Trayce.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.